I forgot to turn on the camera. What a tool! Oh, and it's on manual focus. There we go. Now I'm beautiful again. Looks good. Can you hear me? You should be able to hear me. I can see my words. I can see words. Ah. All good? Excellent. It's 15-second delay. I have a bit of a sore throat. So I'll go as long as I can. Finishing the build, Adrian, yeah. So hello to Martin, Gat, Patrick, Nick, Max something, and Todd, and Adrian, Joseph, Ian. Hello, all of you. Thank you for joining me. Hello, Lee. Is that Fuzzy Lee? Lee and Phil. Hello, Phil. Greg. Hello, Greg. Hello, James. My Christmas was it was nice actually. It wasn't the best one ever. You know, you don't like to rate them, but I'm not going to say top 10. But it was nice. I had a quiet day. I got a bit stressed after cooking Christmas dinner, and everybody was just all over the place. So I just came in here, escaped. It is Fuzzy Lee. So Fuzzy Lee Thurston, is that how you say your name? Thurston is almost a neighbour. He lives in the next town over, and he's the only person that I've got in retro world that's close to me. So he's actually benefiting from some of my acquisitions lately. Oh, excellent. Did my boy get anything exciting? Thomas got, I've got two boys, and my youngest is autistic, and so he doesn't really like Christmas very much because autism is all about change. You don't like change when you're autistic, and Christmas is a bit scary for him. So we try and keep things as normal as possible for him, and he's really, really difficult to buy for. But my Thomas, my oldest, who you saw on Neil's video, he loves Christmas, and he had a lovely day. He really did have a lovely day. We always make sure that he enjoys his time on Christmas Day. And what did we get him? We got him he had an iPad that he broke, so we got him an Amazon Fire Max 11, the bigger one, which he's loving because he just likes to watch YouTube on it. Adrian's in the market for an Amiga 1200 motherboard. Anyone have one? Nope, not me. I think you're going to struggle to get a 1200 motherboard. Right, let me get myself organised. How was all your Christmas? Did anybody get anything really, really cool that they weren't expecting? As you know, we're all kind of in the same. Hello, Lee. We're all kind of in the same age bracket, and we basically just buy our own presents at this stage. So I'm not expecting anybody to to come up with anything spectacular. Try and keep it light tonight, Patrick, please. You've already told us how you've sliced your hand and didn't get anything for Christmas. Let's we're here to have a nice, happy time. It's my birthday in 2 days, so this is kind of me celebrating my birthday as well. All right. Celebrations and links. Yes. My wife went away. I'm not supposed to eat too much chocolate, bit of a dodgy liver. And my wife went away Boxing Day and the day after with Thomas, and I was on my own with my youngest. And she left a box of celebrations, or a tub of celebrations. And yeah, all gone. I destroyed it. I don't know what she was expecting, really. So I did some work on this since last we met. I've done a little bit of organising. All of the chips. Let's change this to that. Oh, that one's not on. Which one is that? Oh, one sec. Deactivate and activate. There we go. Weird how they do that sometimes. Yeah, I've taken all the chips off. Oh, got a soldering iron. Oh yeah, I saw it in my Discord. Yes, on the market for something decent to play around with. Got my eye on a specky board on Fleabay, but no cheap 64s. The Spectrums are actually much more tricky to work on than C64s. So here's the board that we were working on. You were just watching. You were no help at all. And you can see that I've fitted all of the chips are now in. Sorry, all of the sockets are now in. I fitted that chip in there in U7 because it was just easier to do that while I was doing, before I put the socket in, and then I put the socket in. But I did something a bit daft, really, and it's not too risky. I did test this first, but I bought this board. It's a Nuvo 128, and this one's got a, what do you call it? Feature was 8-bit, not feature 8. It's the Div MMC built in. And let me just turn the heater down. Getting toasty. This is an issue 1. I bought this off eBay. It had no chips in it, but it had, I thought I got it for the connectors and all that chip there and that chip there were worth what I paid for it, at least. Plus I can pull different bits and pieces off of it when I need to. But I thought, why not give it a go? So I took all of the chips and populated it, because it actually says, you can see in this one here, if I zoom in that one there, it says 74HC175, and that doesn't need to be populated. That's for the joystick port. So there's not a problem that one's missing. But go back out again. How do I work this camera? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm looking at the stream on the tablet, and nothing was happening. This chip here is where the sound chip goes, the AY chip, and so I didn't need that. But then I put all the chips in. I thought, oh, hang on a minute, I've got one left. What's this? And it's EEPROM sized, and it's got, I think it says 2C64 or 20 something C64. So it's an EEPROM. And I thought, well, how can that be an EEPROM when that's an EEPROM? Is that one an EEPROM or that one? One of those. Yeah, that one's the EEPROM for the Harlequin. And that is actually to drive the Div MMC. And I fired it up and it didn't work. So I could get nothing from it. So I think it needs that. Plus, it's got a big bank of switches here. This one's actually got just 3 switches. And this one's got 5. And the documentation is non-existent for this board. The GitHub is there, and it shows you like the bill of materials and everything. But apart from that, there's nothing. There's no instructions on what the dip switches do. I get quite frustrated. Don Superfo is genius, but I do get frustrated that some GitHubs lack in ease of use. There's an assumed amount of knowledge that is just, well, in Miz not existing. So I'll leave these in here now, and then we'll transfer them back over to there when it's time. But first thing to do is, the soldering iron is on. Better move my glasses out of the way before I burn those. And get some solder. And actually, I need to swap those glasses. There we go. Cool. What's a cheap C64? I wouldn't pay more than 40 quid for a working C64. I think a cheap one, broken one, I'd prefer, and I'd probably pay 20 quid. But they just don't exist anymore, so I'm not in the market anymore. Yeah, there are bargains out there. You just got to be patient, and you've got to be on there all the time. That monitor, yeah. this one. Lee in the chat, Lee Thurston gave me that Dell monitor. That's it looks super wide, like a super wide monitor, but these are speakers on this side. It's not been used in anger yet, Lee. I will be getting around to that. Instructions. We need some instructions. Over there. This. Oh, hang on a sec. Did I show you? I can't remember whether I showed you the other board. Oh, that's the issue 4B. That one is the one that I got from PCBWay. One of the ones I got from PCBWay, but they're slightly different. This is something I'm going to build soon. It's an issue 4V. So it's a standard Spectrum with the normal logic chips here. And it's the same as a 4S, except that it's been modified. So it's got different positions for things like the capacitors. You can have radial instead of axial caps in all the electrolytic capacitors. It's also got a position for one of the variable resistors, so that you can adjust the variable capacitors, so that you can adjust the dot crawl to your to tune it into your display, because they're all slightly different. It's just a really, really neat motherboard. There's all sorts of things about. I know that it's got some different stuff about the like there's extra pins here for the display output. I can't remember what they're for, but I think it's they're routing Luma and Chroma up there or something like that, so that you can have an S video where you don't have to run wires down into here. What else about it? It's, I think you can use 4164s instead of 4116s for the lower memory, if you want to. And I think there's jumpers along here. They might be along the top as well. It's really, really, really clever little thing, that is. But I'll probably transplant another board out onto that, or something like that. Right, I've got my map, and on my map I have I've pre-marked all of the capacitors in pink and all of the jumpers in blue. They're the things on the board that I'll still struggle to find as we go through. Right, quick look at the chat before we go. Patrick's selling a bread bin for £30 including postage. That's a good price. Sorry, Peter, if you missed the beginning. I've been like spamming myself all over the place. Hello. And Chris, hello. Can't stay. Oh, bye, Chris. Hello, Roy. How are you doing? And Rudy's here. Hello, Rudy. How are you doing? Rudy is in Canada. And Christian's here. Wonder why they haven't switched to SRAM in repros. Well, they kind of have, in that you can use something like, which this is a lower RAM replacement board. I don't know what sort of SRAM it is, but I'm pretty sure it is SRAM. But that will fit in a Spectrum motherboard and replace, you know, the 4116s. There's a lot of clever things that you can do with a Spectrum. Right, where were we? Not there. Zoom out a bit. Not there. Capacitors. I've done the oh, that was the other thing I did. There's a row of transistors. We'd already done these transistors here because I jumped the gun last time. But there's a row of transistors here that are a bit of a pain and again a bit boring, so I put those in. That was the only other thing I did. So we're on capacitors now. And let's go. So packet 28 is C25 and C40. This is going to be so much easier with my map, he hoped. Hello, Jose. Also from Canada. Thank you for your comments, Jose. I have been taking notice. I try to, I can't reply to all the comments all the time. I try to batch them. I'll do it like when I'm just dropping off to sleep at night. I'll do a load of comments, replies. But it's really difficult to keep up with them, especially on 2 channels. Right, so we're looking for C25 and 40. And these should be easy. 25 and 40. I've found 40 and I've found 25. So there's 40. And I love these little tombstone caps. They just like slip in, and much better than the ceramic disc ones. I don't like those. I've said that before about like an issue 4 motherboards with their big messy capacitors. Not a big fan of that. I did mean to wash this board or sluice it down with isopropyl, but I forgot. Right, we're underway. Let's get going. I'm going to get cracking on this. Snips. Has anyone ever stood on a component leg? That must be absolute agony, getting one of those stuck in your foot. I did begin earlier, Peter. I had to go and pick. I forgot I had to go and pick Thomas up, and where's the next bag? So I had to put the time back, and just to be safe, because I didn't want people to like turn up when it was due to start. And then not to be anything there, so I pushed the time back. So 25 and 40 are done. We're on, the horrible radials, horrible discs. Ew, don't like them. Did I just throw the pack away? 2 and 4. C2 and C4. I thought they were, oh yeah, C4 is there and C2 is there. That's C2 and C4. So we're all old men here, according to my demographics. Anyone actually going out for New Year's Eve? Does that still happen at our age? I haven't been out on New Year's Eve for a long time. And New Year's Eve, as I've probably mentioned before, is my birthday. But I generally just have a quiet night in. Sometimes we have a bit some family around, but not very often. I'll tidy up. Some of these are a bit long, but I'll tidy those up when when I'm off camera. I'm just in the mood for getting it done now. Let's mark these off. C2 and 4. That was right. Bugger that, not a chance now. Adrian's not old. Get out. C43. Adrian, Bilby, what are you doing in here? C43. So before the pandemic, God, I've just stopped my channel from having any chance of YouTube pushing it. Before that all happened, C42. I feel like I'm getting close. C43. What? It's in there. I wasn't doing any of this. This workshop was a garage. You know, didn't have cars in it, but well, actually, it was more of an office. This was my gaming room, and I kept it completely clear. There was nothing in here, and this is where I did like VR. I was well into my HTC Vive, but as well as that, as a hobby, I played tennis before I had to quit because of a bad back and bad knees, bad shoulders, bad elbows, everything really falling apart. So I took up snooker instead. And then before everything kicked off, I was playing snooker 5 times a week. And once I had to stop doing that, I had to fill it with something else. So this is what that is. That one's done. Right, keep this train rolling. 18 and 32. Oh. 18 and I've seen 32. And I can't see 18 yet. 14, 17, 19, 1, 39. Let's get 32 in there before I forget where it is. C18. Oh, I found it. It's that one there. So if anyone wants to game snooker, got pretty good. Hello, gaming since the 70s. Welcome back. I'm pretty sure you were here last time. Oh, that is not melting. Oh, here we go. Yes, cool. Got to wait for the solder to flow down into the joint. Hope you're taking notes, Gat. Cool. Message retracted. Scribbling like mad. Snooker and tennis, 2 of your favourite, two of my 3 favourite sports. The third being F1. I quite like F1 as well, yeah. But I didn't ever do that. C41 and 42. Oh, I didn't mark those last 2 off. I keep forgetting to do that.
So it was 32 and 18, and I've completely forgotten where 18 is. 32, that's there, 18. Right. 41, 42. Found 41 and 42. It's getting easier. We're getting closer. What are the chances this will work first time? I don't think it will. And I'll tell you why later when it doesn't. Don't go out on New Year's Eve. Too many weird people and drunk drivers. Yeah, that is a problem. That is a big old problem, that is. But I used to be one of the weird people. Not a drunk driver, though. Not on New Year's Eve. Terrible thing, drinking and driving. If Lee does a quick check, make sure everything is soldered, high chance it's so easy. Yeah, I know. That the last one I did, there was a couple of joints that weren't soldered. Oh, so that's 41, 42. 32, 33, right. C 35 and 36. Come on. Come on. Oh, there's plenty of reasons why it won't work first time. Put it there for a sec. Lots and lots of reasons. So 35 and 36. Once we get past this bit, I'll be able to look at the chat a bit more. 36 is there. I think it's above that resistor. Just there. Oh, hang on. Oh, that must be that one. Sometimes they've had to cram in because there's so little space on this silk screen because it's just completely full of components. Actually finding space for all of these for all these markings is just an art form, and there's some places where they've had to be creative with the placements. I've just seen 35 as well. There we go. These all seem to be in pairs, which is nice. Oh, Lee, Fuzzy Lee. I was going through the Pico micro drive parts last night, and I realised that I'd ordered the wrong. Well, they're not the wrong OLED screens. They've sent me some that are compatible, but the pins are in the wrong place. They could be made to work, but I've actually ordered some more. And then I realised that I'd missed a load of pin headers. So where the Pico plugs in and where the screen plugs in need like raised pin headers. I didn't have any of those, so I had to go shopping again. But it should, I think those parts are going to be here on Sunday, so I should be able to start work on that. I've got my heated vest on and it's actually getting quite warm. Oh, I missed her. How many Harlequins have I built? This is the second one I've ever built, so I'm not an expert. Someone there was born in 85. Oh my God. Slip of a child. 78. Oh, 10 years older than you, Gat. Are you putting a +2 ROM in this? No, I'm putting all of the ROMs in this. It comes with a what is it? An AM29F040B or 8. I can't really see what that says. Which is
we worked this out. Me and Lee, Fuzzy Lee, worked this out the other day. Is 8 times 64Ks, so you can have 8 different ROMs on there with the selector switch and switch between them. So the ROM that I've got, which I forgot to program, that's a bit of a shame, but it comes with diagnostic ROMs on there, so it's not a problem. But the ROM that I've got, the image that I've got is has got all sorts on it. So it's got +2, it's got 48K, 128K, +3, ZX81, and it's got some like programming environments as well. So like game dev stuff. It's really, really cool. I can't remember who gave it to me, but yeah, that was really good. A question to all the electronic wizards here. The Amstrad 464 Plus and 6128 Plus conversion yesterday. Oh, 261, yeah. But instead of an 82k resistor, I only had 82k.5k, and also 2 caps should have been 50 volt. Fine. No, that's fine. The resistors have 5% tolerance, so that's well within spec. And the 100 volts might be a bit much, but it won't. It's not going to hurt it. It might not be perfect. Depends on what it is on. Another weather warning in the southwest. It's hilly down there. Patrick says he'd replace them. I don't see. You've got to justify yourself, Patrick. Yeah, Julian Brown is one of my go-to guys. There's a few people in my Discord, Julian and Peter Mulholland, who are super clever and always help me out with things like this. So if Julian says it's all right, it's all right. And I just saw Matt, Polymat's here. If you haven't subscribed to Polymat, there's 58 of you here. Go and subscribe to his channel. He's got loads of subscribers already, but his stuff is amazing. Matt does primo perfect YouTube, how I wish I could. OLED pinouts do vary quite a bit. 98? What? Is that Eclipse Gaming? That can't be when you were born. Can't be. You're far too young. Shouldn't be allowed near the internet. -50 in parts of Finland. Taro. Wow. Does fascinate me how you know, we get down to -7 and struggle in the UK. What we are, C7, C8 first. Let's get those two out of the way. I'm going to do these in pairs. C7 and C8. And I think C8 is there. Yes, C8 is in there. Blue tack. And C7. I think I saw that down here. Oh no, that was C4. C9. 17. I've stopped marking them off as well, so I'm going to struggle even more. Damn it, can't find this one. C10, C11, 13. Oh, this could be my nemesis. Sometimes they say where the tricky ones are. Oh, it says C18 is underneath C7. So if I find C18. Oh, C7. Just found it. I think it's underneath. Isn't it? Hang on a minute. That's the one I found. No, it's not. C8 is there and C7 is there. That's good. They're right next to each other.
Yeah, the only problem I think that you'll find with larger value capacitors than are spec'd is size very often, but if it fits, it should work. As long as the capacitance is the right value, you should be good to go. Don't go crazy on the voltage. All right, C7 and C8 done. C22 and C23, I'm pretty sure they're down here. 20. Oh, this is where I'm... Right, I'm going to show you this one here. So which one is... C25 has got to be that end one there, because that says C25 where my fingernail is. And then C22 is here. C23 is there. It does actually tell you, in case it's not clear, the sequence for C22 to 25 from the left to the right of the board is 25, 22, 23, 24. So this is 22, and 23 and 24 are also going in here. That's grand. Yeah, and Finland's really cold, Matt. Really, really cold. Bits of it are in the Arctic. Beautiful, beautiful country, though. I'm quite drawn to all of Scandinavia, actually, as a place to visit. I'm very keen on doing that one day. Where did that go? I've lost one. Oh, it's there. Right, cracking on. So we did up to 24, and then we need 26. Phil got the, yes, that's right. Phil didn't, yes, Phil Sands in the chat sent me a whole Harlequin that he'd already built that went into, whose machine did that go into? Oh, that went in, oh, I've forgotten. Didn't we just put that in a standard case or something? In a rubber key case? Oh, I can't remember. My memory's so bad. But Phil sent us a complete Harlequin, and I think a new, almost mint ZX Spectrum as well in box for the auction. But I was so impressed with the ROM image, I stole it. I stole it. 26 is there. 30. Hopefully this is close by. Nope. 30 is up here. Where are we? 26 was that one. So thank you, Phil, again for your generosity. 33. 33 is up here. We're going again, kind of. I'm doing like a mini charity thing. I was speaking to the bus driver for the befriending scheme, Keith, yesterday when I picked Thomas up, and they've been having problems with the bus. Keeps breaking down. It's not particularly old, but it's got a fault, and it's not under warranty, but it needs sorting because it keeps stopping, and they have to get out and reset something. There's some wiring problem or something, and it's one of these really tricky to track down things. But it's all money, isn't it? So they keep having it in the garage where it's out of action, and then they have to all use their cars to get their clients to the farm, and it's a big old pain. So I said I'm going to try and raise some more money for them, and we've got the missing Spectrum here to sell, which is, you know, guaranteed £300 at least there. That's already raised, but it could sell for more than that. Plus, I've got Lee Smith. If I don't know if Lee's still in the chat, I've still got his Spectrum to. Oh my God, the chat's gone mad. I've still got his Spectrum to. It just needs a ULA, and I've got a ULA in the John Patmore donation to put in that. And there's some cases in there, so I can put that in a case. I've also got, I don't know if I've got it handy. Yeah, there's a, I don't know if you can see this. There's a box here for that to go in. So I'll have a complete ZX Spectrum in box to auction off. And I don't think he's here tonight, but Retro Crazy Duncan donated an Amstrad CPC 464 that I just need to basically clean, and that will make a nice thing. Hello Rob, how are you doing? That's so we'll have. I'm probably going to do like a mini live stream to you know, when the auctions end. So we'll have at least 3 auctions. I'm sure people will come up with other stuff for me to flog off, and see if we can actually raise them enough to get this bloody bus fixed. It'd be nice to get like £1,000 for them. But yeah, I'll probably kick that all off once I've started building the new Spectrum that's going back to Andrew in America, Andrew and Sarah, who won that the one that went missing. Once that's on its way, then I'll start actually organising, you know, getting things organised for live streams and fundraising. Right, C5. This is a whole bunch. 5. Are these the decouplings? 5. Come on, leap out at me. I see C1. I see C4. Can't see C5. Oh, zoomed in. Sorry. Right, C1. C3, C6, C5. Of course it's going to be there. C9 is next. C9 is down here. I love it when you just look at the board and see one. Get him. I'm going to do these in 3s. C9 and C10. 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. Hard to find these and keep up with chat. Really hard. 12. 20, 14, 13. It's not going to be the 10. There it is. I've just seen 11 there as well. That's on the next batch. Right. Ross is heading off skiing soon, so duty-free whiskey time. Duty-free whiskey. I used to love a Scotch. Can't drink now. Not allowed. Got to look after my health. Have to stick around for my kids. Didn't really look after myself very well when I was younger, so I have to make up for it now. Bye, Rudy. Take care, mate. Nice to see you, or hear you, or read you. How does this work? I had to play around with something last night. I'll show you. I had to play around with these and the interface one, and I got one of them working, and I was quite excited about it. It's really cool. Ooh. Refelted a few cartridges. What did I say I was after next? 11, which is there. And I loaded up a game and played it on a Spectrum from John Patmore's collection. And it was really cool. 12. I've seen 12 a few times. Now I bet I can't find it now. 11. Come on. Reveal yourself to me. 13 and 14 are there, so they're going to be nice and easy to find in a minute down here. 11 is here, 10, 11, 13, 14. Why isn't 12 here? 12 is up there. Of course it is. Pan and scan. Is it wrong to watch movies in a retro 4x3 format? No, you can do what you want. 12, 13. It's here. Oh, put 14 in as well, because it's right there. One thing I don't like on the internet, well, there's a lot of things I don't like on the internet. I'm old. One thing I don't like on the internet is people telling you what you can and can't do. Saw somebody on Twitter comment on Reese's most recent Atari video where he'd composite modded some Pong machine, and they were basically telling him you shouldn't do that. And they didn't give any reasons why you shouldn't do it. I mean, it is a reasonably rare machine, but the point is, it's Reese's reasonably rare machine, and he can do whatever he wants with it. And I don't understand why people think they've got a right to say you can't do that. It's not like these machines are like one-offs. If he'd taken a Aquarius 2, of which I think there are 5 in the world, and only one known working one, which I've actually touched, from Ron Loud Scotsman's collection, and if he'd have composite modded that, oh, I didn't solder that. Yes, I did. Yeah, then I'm sure people would have something to say, but it'd still be his. People are too judgy. Gatekeepers. Yes, thank you, Patrick. That's the word. Rob said something. Hang on. Hang on. I'll donate you a fully populated 60 clone board. I can build it ready for you, or just send you all the bits so you can build it yourself. Let me. Oh my god, yeah, cool. I'd love to build that. Can we put? Yeah, we can. Trying to think how we can put that in the charity. I've got loads of bread bin cases, so yeah, cool. That would be great. I can make a video about that that will help me raise. If it's something I can make a video about to raise awareness about the fundraising, then it works. It's like a massive win-win. Thank you, Rob. That's very kind. Could be a live build. I think I'd probably want to. Oh, it could be. It depends. More Miss Soldier joint. More fun breaking it. Ha 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 ha. How rude. So we did 14. That was the last one there, I'm pretty sure. 15 next. I'm trying to keep up with chat. Please be patient with me. If there's something that's important that I'm missing, then everybody just like at me and tell me who said it so I can scroll up. Especially if it's something. That's the only reason I saw that is because Peter said atted me and with Rod's name saying it could be a live build as well, and I completely missed it. It's almost impossible to read all of this chat and do this at the same time and talk. Right, 15. Where are you? And we're falling behind. 13, 14, 17. Oh, they should be lined up in a row. 16, 12, no. Anybody see 15 on here? C15. Can you see C15? Sometimes, no, not on there. There it is. It's there. And 16. 17. 16 up here. Yeah, a kit build is heaven for me. I do love doing these. Is 17 the next one? Yep. 17. Nineteen's next, and I'm sure I've been looking at that the whole time saying, nope, not that one. Now I can't, oh yeah, I can see it. 19's down here. Hello Retro Robbins, how are you? I saw you did pop up into my Discord. I haven't seen you since. My Retro Tech just got back from Tesco's. What have I missed? Nothing. I've been going on about it being my birthday in a couple of days a bit too much. Probably people think I'm being needy, but you often find this when people have birthdays so close to Christmas, they get left out. We always get, oh, I'll get you a joint birthday and Christmas present. No, you won't. You'll just get me one present, and then you'll forget my birthday because it never happened. We've discussed in the past, because I get so grumpy about it, about having my, moving my birthday to June. I'd love to have been a June baby. Having a nice party, celebrating it, with a barbecue. That would be ideal to me. But New Year's Eve is the suckiest time of the year. Probably only second to Christmas Day to have a birthday. Because everybody's, celebrating their own thing. It was great when I was younger because I had loads of parties to go to. But then as soon as I got kids, no babysitters. Uh-oh. I might need to reflow that one. Right, what did I get up to? That was 19. So we want 20, 21 and 39 are left. 20. Rob, do we know when the next cave patron day is yet? I haven't checked because I'm going to try and get to the next one. 2021. I think I can get away with it. I think I can escape. 21. Oh, I didn't put any blue tack on that one. It's more to remind me where they are. 21 and 39. 39. I reckon that's up here. I reckon it's up this area somewhere. Yeah, it's not though. It's actually probably easier to look on the board now that so many of the capacitors are populated. That's 38. Not seeing this one. No. It's a jumper. They're electrolytics. 37 and 38 aren't populated yet. Don't tell me I put one in the wrong hole. No. Found it. Right in the middle of the board. I had to concentrate hard then. You could probably hear my gears grinding. Oh, this iPad is rubbish. Chat keeps stopping on it. No patron day announced yet. Thank you. Oh, I should think it's Neil's like taking the holidays off. I know he needs a rest. That man works so hard. That one. Right, I think just a couple more ceramics to do. 5th of November is now Polymat Day in our house. What have I missed there? It's all right, I'll just work here. You like chat amongst yourselves, which is actually probably a good thing. So Rob, when I build that 60 clone, I'll make a much better job of it than this. I am kind of rushing a bit. More fun making it. Same here, 7th of January for me. And oh yeah, sucks when you get a dual present. Oh, Phil, me and you, we understand each other. See 37 and 38. I know where they are. Oh, they are up here. 37 and 38. Cracking. Guy Fawkes Day. Oh, right. So 5th of November is now Polymat Day. Ah, gotcha. See? You guys, you're staying too far ahead of me. Do we actually make a Polymat effigy and then burn him? How do you feel about that, Matt? Penny for the guy. Like and subscribe. Yeah. Well, I look at about the iPad and Android tablet thing. I am not an Apple person. I am an Android person. I own Apple products. But I don't generally use them. I'm not part of that ecosystem. I'm probably the least likely person to recommend an Apple product. But Android tablets aren't as good as iPads. Sorry, they're just not. Plus, I don't usually pay for them. I usually inherit them. So I wouldn't buy one. But I tend to just use them for jobs like this. Oh, I need that. Right. 470 nanofarad. Is that what they are? No. 10 microfarads, these ones. Few. C1 is there. Oh, got to get these the right way around. Ah, I think the square pad is the positive on these. What pack are we on? 36. Yeah. No. So what are we on? C1, C3, C. Oh, right, yes. Now, if there is no minus sign on a capacitor, even the large ones, it can be assembled in either way. Yes, it's a little diagram here that says that the positive is square hole. So the negative goes in the round hole. I have to keep saying that to myself. So C1. Well, they're not quite the right footprint. C3 up here, negative in the round hole. And C27 should be easy to spot. Should. C27, negative in the round hole. Oh, that's even more confusing because the positive on this one was on the right and on those ones it was on the left. So slightly different orientation, one that will catch you out. So whoever that was that's... Speaking of people on the internet telling you what to do. Burn, Andrew. Oh. Have I started off a Apple versus Android debate? Please don't let the comment descend into that fight, because that just never ends well. Never, ever ends well. It's like starting to talk about politics with your father-in-law on Christmas Day. Never ends well. Retro Robinson. I do like watching Neil's Trash to Treasure simply because not only does he restore something and repair, but he also gives you a little bit of history and information about the product he's repairing. It's not just that. The thing that he does amazingly well for me is he tells a story. The best YouTube channels that I enjoy are the ones that will tell you a story. I do like a straight up repair, you know, look at exploring something. Oh, I've done it again, C6. It's fine. Is that really C6? That's massive. Round, negative in this, negative in the round hole. Positive in the square. I'm sure I've got one of them wrong. But yeah, Neil's storytelling is what makes him brilliant at what he does, and he's an inspiration. Something I really strive hard to do. It's not always possible. Sometimes you'll, you know, have a machine, there's just no story to it. Yeah. Doesn't matter what you do. Right, keeping up with the chat. Lee got a boxed iPad 4 for £10 the other week. Best clearance. Best in clear, yeah, perfect for an ebook reader. The batteries are amazing on them. 28 and 29, although this one's not brilliant. 28 is there, so negative in the round hole. I'm going to have to say it on every one, otherwise I'll get one wrong. Oh, that barely fits. Oh. 1 sec. All right, just managed to spare you from my cough. 29. Here it is, negative in the round hole. We're getting there. I'm getting excited to use this actually, because does anyone know if the interface 1 works with the Harlequin? I assume it does, because the Harlequin is very much a standard Spectrum. It's not, you know, I don't think it's got anything that's different as such. Oh, I've cut that off too short. I'm going to have to reflow that one. There we go. Oh my God, so much chat. How many people we got in? 64. What Phil Sands needs a... Oh, I've missed something there as well. I can't go back too far. What are we building? A Harlequin. We are building a Harlequin 128k. And it looks like I've finished the capacitors. So we're on to the pin headers and dip switch block. So the pin header strips here. Oh, we've got the jumpers there as well. And I have to go through these. Let's get the dip switch block in first though. Which way around does this go? Is there a picture? All right, so on the right. Fiddly thing. Never heard of anyone using an interface 1 with a Harlequin next or any other clone. I'm sure it'll work. I can't see why it wouldn't. I'm really looking forward to building the Pico micro drive thing. That's such a cool little project. I don't think there are many videos about it, so I'll definitely be making a video about that. Those are fine. Still talking about Apple on my and stuff. Devilish Designs, how are you doing? Oh, mate. We met at the Computer Museum in Cambridge, Devilish Designs and I, and we had a very special moment. One of the funniest things I've ever seen in my life, when he, with his, oh my God, a PIP 16, the teletype computer thing with the blinking lights, and I've still got that punch tape. I've put it somewhere safe while I was doing the renovations in here. I put that somewhere safe, but I've got that, and I will keep it forever and treasure it. But I'm not going to go into it now. That was such a good... I got just such a perfect bit of video of them, but just cut it off like 10 seconds too short when everybody just started creasing up laughing. So we've got 3 packs here with the crystals in. There's only 2 of these used, so there's an NTSC one here. And I've just remembered, oh no, I'm going to have to contact the person I sent the Mectrum Harlequin. They live in America, and they got they bought the Harlequin, and I didn't put the NTSC crystal in. I'm going to have to send that to them. I must still have that. Ah, damn it. Right, 40. Oh, I've got to do the jumpers first. Jumpers. Right, so ROM selection is J17 and J18. I've mapped these out as well. These need to be done. And so 18 is in there. I need 3 for that one. And 17. Let's have a look. That was such a good day. I'll never forget that. That was where I saw the Aquarius 2 from Mr. Loud Scots bloke. So look up an Aquarius 2. They are so ridiculously rare. It was a privilege to see one. And something else I saw there was on display, actually part of the museum display, the prototype ZX Spectrum. So as new as this is, that is as old as a Spectrum can be. Like proper prototype with windings, and I think that's straight. Actually, I'm not going to fiddle with that. Where's the other one? There. Oh, that's a tight squeeze in there. Just about fit my soldering iron in that corner. Oh my God, Cubase. Oh, you're talking Atari STs now. Okay. I thought we were still talking about Apple. Am I missing R60? Yes. R60 above the dip switch is optional. You don't need it. It's for the joystick interface. Resistors R60. Where is it? Yeah. Oh no, R61. Oh yeah, R60 joy. So don't need it. But Lee. Oh no. Who missed that? Martin. Thank you for spotting that. That was incredibly helpful, because I'm sure I've missed something. Right, let's actually do these ROM selections. Doesn't actually tell me there which selections I want for J17 and 18. Oh yeah. Sorry, I'm having to read a bit here. All right, ROM selections continued. Original ZX Spectrum ROM is that. So we're using this one. So 17 needs to be the top two. Ooh, that's the wrong way up. Get on there. And 18 needs to be the top two as well. Now I don't have to worry about those. Cool, they're really difficult to get on. It's quite hard up against that socket. Thank you, Lee. It's set up for 120. Hello, Sam. How you doing? 128k timing. It's there's a trace if you want to go 48k timing, you have to cut a trace on the bottom, but there are jumpers as well to set that up. All right, so J9, 10 and 11 are 10, 11 and 9. So J9 is there, 11 is there, 10 is there, so they're all 3s. I think these are for region. PAL and NTSC timings or settings. 9. The chat is whizzing by and it's all talk about Cubase and stuff, and I'm just like, well, yep, fine. Cool, I might have to sand. Oh no, I won't. I thought I was going to have to sand that down a bit to get it in there. There we go. Used for other purposes, including gaming. Did we all? I mean, I certainly did. Try to convince my parents when I was trying to, well, when I was trying to convince them to buy me a ZX Spectrum for my Christmas present, and it's going to be something I could do my homework on. I definitely did that. I didn't do any homework on it. I played games on it. I pirated games and played games on it. I did buy games as well. I bought quite a few games actually. There's one game that I want back, and it's called Legend, and it's not a particularly good game. In fact, it's a terrible game, but it came with a book by David Gemmell, and the book was of the same name. And so PAL is all up, settings on these, and I can remember going to buy this game. It comes in a big white plastic box, similar to this sort of thing, that sort of size box, big, you know, squishy plastic box with a full novel inside it, and the cassette for the game. And I loved that book so much, but the game, you know, I played the game a bit, but the book was something I read over and over. And you know, he wrote a lot of stuff. Passed away sadly, David Gemmell, and he wrote a lot of, it's all fantasy novels, but he did it like based in some of it was based in historical and mythological stories. So he did a lot of like stuff around Greek mythology and Arthurian legends, but he also did the John Shanno series, which is like Wild West but set in the future. Brilliant writer, and he's, well, not brilliant writer, he's actually a really simple writer, but he pretty much wrote the same story each time, but I loved it so much. Anyway, if anyone finds that game or has that game, I would love to get that back. Oh, I need those. Right. So I have to set the jumper for the joystick interface, which is J16, to disable it. I could just put a blob on it, but I'll do it properly. J16. It's got to be over this side. Oh, can't see it. Wow, then 15, 14, 18, I'm not seeing it. Where is that? 12, 1, 16. As soon as I do that, I find it. The game, Ross, was called, oh yeah, Legend. Lee got it. Same sort of plastic box as that, but with the box was white, and it had an image of a warrior with a shield and sword, getting ready for battle on the front. But I can remember going and buy that in you know, because my local town is I just live in a small market town, and there's not very many shops. So it's not great. It was never great for shopping for computer games. We had WH Smith's, and we did have like a specialist computer store when Spectrum first came along, but that disappeared after a while. And I used to have to go to Colchester, which was a bus ride away, you know, about an hour on the bus. And I can remember going there one day, probably on a weekend, and going through like the bargain bin in one of the shops that I would, you know, there'd be loads of shops all through. ZX Spectrum, I'll be Retro Bunker. Going through all the retro bins and in all these different shops. Don't need that joystick connector. And this one is optional, I don't need that. So we can move on to the crystals. And I can remember picking it up and this full paperback novel inside. I thought, oh, this is heavy. And it didn't cost me too much. I think I paid £10 for it, maybe. And going home on the bus and starting to read the book on the bus and not wanting to get off the bus at the other end because I was so engrossed in this book. Just fantastic. What a thing. So Y2, let's do that one first because I've just seen it over here, and Y1 is there. But like I say, those books stayed with me for so much of my life, and then I've kind of forgot about the game, and I kept that book. I've probably still got that book in my loft somewhere packed away. I wouldn't have thrown that away, but it was properly dog-eared. The, you know, pages falling out kind of condition because it was read and loved for so long. And when I first started getting into all of this again, I looked it up and I saw one on eBay, and I think it was like £35. I thought, well, I'm not paying that much. Obviously, another one will come along and I'll be able to buy that one for less money than that. And I haven't seen one since, and that was probably 2 years ago. Drop by Jose. Live calls. I'll watch the rest of the build later, but in the meantime, you all have a wonderful New Year's Eve and a fabulous 2024. Catch you on the flip side. Enjoy your New Year's Eve. Babylon 5 CGI didn't age particularly well. Nor did the first season. The crossroads of science fiction, we call that. Did love it though. Still loved it. Right, I think we're getting close. There's not a lot of packs left here. There's 3 packs left, everyone. We're closing in. Connectors, keyboard connectors, and the power connector. Oh, I've got a little trick for the power connector. Well, it's not a trick. So let's do the keyboard connectors. It actually shows you the best way to way up to mount these. It's correct orientation for the small one is with the pins at the top, so that goes in there like that. Retro RB Bunker, your plus, oh, Spectrum plus 128k, a toast rack. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I was going to say your caps will be fine, but there's a chance they won't be on a toast rack. I've got one here that it's got a black screen, and I don't know what's wrong with it. It just kind of flashes black and grey. In an alternative universe, we all used Atari Amigas. Yeah, I can see that. Andrew, more fun making it. If you have the book and just need the game, well, yeah. No, I want the package back. I want the whole thing back. I can play it anytime I want, but that's not what I want to do. So contacts on the bottom. Oh, I'm sticking to the blue tack. Yeah, keep the toast rack. That's a good investment, that one. Let's check this one. Better. It was just a bit wonky, so I gave it a little reflow. We've still got the tedious bit of putting all the chips in. And Commodore ST was the best machine. What book was I referring to? The book was Legend by David Gemmell, but it was a Spectrum game as well, and I bought the game as a package with the book, and I would like it back. So I keep this Weller Radiolet. This is 1.5mm. Solder. Why is that a bit overexposed here? And it's great for doing things like these connectors when you just need to dump a load of solder. It's really good solder, this. I wish they would do it in like a thinner package. Well, they probably do, but you can't buy it now. Another good, actually a good hint for these is actually to plug in a power connector so that you don't risk so much melting the plastic. But I'm not going to put in too much solder, so I won't do that. Here you go, Shredder Master. Right, Andrew, I have a toast rack that needs fixing. I accidentally killed it one evening back in 2010. Oh dear. That could be catastrophic. I've never fixed one, so I might not be the best. Oh, hello, Mark. Sorry I missed your stream the other night. I definitely fell into the old man trap of, you know, a nice comfortable chair and the telly lulling me to sleep. And I did catch up on some of it the next day. I've still got a bit more to watch. But it was good. Yeah, I might not be the best person. Happy Little Diodes is one of my go-to channels to watch, and in fact I've been asking him for advice about this toast rack here. He's fixed a few and would probably appreciate another one to fix on his channel, so maybe he's someone to ask. Martin O'Brien just spent a week trying to find J18. What a stupid place to put it. That sounds like when I built the first one. Oh, what did you ask, BitBlanes? I missed that. I can't see anything further up. Okay, not here then. Is there perhaps a Spectrum Enthusiast channel someone could point me to? As my DAS switched from ZX81 to Schneider Euro PC, I have no personal experience with most other machines. Wow. Lead-based solder, yes. I only use lead-based. I've got some unleaded up here that I keep. Solder wire. It's awful, awful stuff. It's really, really bad. He was half asleep himself. I'm trying to think, there was oh, I can't remember. I did watch it, honest. ZX Renews here. No whiteboard on boot, Z80 or ROM for your toasty. It's just a black screen. It's just like no output. It's running diagnostic. I plug in my blinking light diagnostic cartridge. It runs, you know, does all the flashy lights and everything, but there's just no video output on it at all. I've not really, I haven't got the scope on it or anything yet. I was hoping for a nice someone to go, oh yeah, it's, you know, that's going to be obviously one of these, you know, resocket the ULA or something. Right, I'm going to get the voltage regulator in now. A nice matte black switching regulator there, supplied by Ben. Come on, melt. I love watching the solder flow down into the joint. I'm going to reflow these because that shock of cutting these bigger pins will cause problems later on. It's a bit wonky. That's fine. It's mine. I don't care. Still got to do the connectors up here. And let's do the mic and the ear sockets first. You've been Nick's after a box toast rack to complete his Sinclair collection. Fancy that would be. A boxed one. Can't imagine such a thing. I'm not a big fan, you know, well, I'm not a big collector. I have quite a few machines now, especially Spectrums, but I've got a few other machines that are quite special. But boxed machines, I'm not a big fan of collecting boxed machines. I've had a few and the boxes just go up in my loft. And there's just too much, they take up too much space. And I've always been like that with new machines as well. If I get a new thing, the box, I can't wait to get rid of the box. Box just gets in my way. Does that all look flat and straight? Straight enough for me. Maybe I should go and grab the toast rack. Start fixing that instead of building this. Get this far. Chicken out. Don't turn it on. I've got capture all set up, so we will be able to switch it on and find out if it's actually working. Once I put the chips in, of course. RGB and a composite. Let's do the RGB one first. It's the 8-pin RGB, and I've built a cable for it, and I couldn't test it, so there is another failure point that could be my cable that I made. Cheaped out because it's for me. $128k around that will never catch on. I need to downgrade. 128k is too much to handle. Definitely had that conversation back in the past when, you know, Commodore 64, why would you need 64k of memory? 48 is plenty. 16 is enough. You can get by with 16. Look at Arcadia and Jetpack. I really love this solder. Weller. Get it off Amazon. 1.5 mil. And for this, it's perfect. Right. I think this is the last thing to solder. Oh, yeah. Lovely and straight. Well done, everybody, for staying with me all this way. Over 2 sessions, some of you. So the person that donated this Harlequin, is a man called Fergus Logan. I don't think he's in the chat, but Fergus gave a Harlequin kit to me for the charity auction previously, and then when he heard that I was making another machine to replace the missing Spectrum, he said, "I've got another kit if you want it." And I said, "No, it's fine. I've already bought one." And he went, "Oh, you can have it anyway." So this one's for me, and I'm really chuffed about that, actually. Right. Oh, look, I've got some easy ones to do first. I don't need to worry about those. Oh, let's have a quick look at the chat and rest my back for a second and have a drink. Depends on the box. Standard cardboard without nice design is hardly worth keeping, but anything a bit more fancy will be kept if possible. Now, you say that, but there is one box that I would definitely keep, and that would be the issue 1 and first run of ZX Spectrums, which came in a brown cardboard box, unmarked. I'm pretty sure my friend Jason, my best friend Jason, has one in his loft. But yeah, that I would keep because it's kind of special. I don't know. Love my Grumpy Toffee. Hello. Love my C16 back in the day. So many fond memories of that system. Oh, nice. I've worked on one of those. Or no, a +4 I worked on. All right. Phil's telling Retro Bunker, in case you missed it. RB Retro Bunker toast rack is DC center negative, 9 volts. More talk about Gearbase. That's almost 1.21 gigawatts. What?
Ross saw on Twitter a C64 tape calibrator with a bunch of LEDs. Ooh. I've got a load of tape, C64, you know, I can't remember what they're called, CX something, tape decks to fix. That's not a drink. Not allowed to drink. You can do the drinking for both of us. What time is it where you are, Mark? I'm guessing it's reasonably early, probably about 8 in the morning, something like that, 7:30. I love a Pico project. Have you checked that 12 volt is getting to the TA2000 chip and that ZX 650? And it's, yeah, I will check. Actually, Happy Little Diodes did say to check the 12 volts, and that is one thing I need to do. But I didn't know about the ZX 650 and 213 transistors on the toast rack. Would they be bad if it was, I mean, it's running, so I think that would be right with the tape LEDs. 8:30. Well, and thank you for getting up so early in the morning and watching me. Too early for a drink. What? I thought you were Australian. I used to get that when I was doing live streams for the pinball build, I'd have a pint of it would be like Jack Daniels and Coke with a big slug of Jack Daniels in the bottom. So I got a bit slurry towards the end. But I was quite nervous about live streaming back then, so I needed something. I needed a bit of Dutch courage, but it doesn't bother me anymore. All right, I know where that one goes. First chip is in, apart from that one. Right, so now we've got to take all these out of here and put them in there. So where's my chip lifter? There we go. Let's get the processor out first. The nice thing is that these, well, and one of the reasons that I think that this might not have worked is because these are all turn pin sockets and they all feel really saggy and loose. ROM, which I'll have to program with Phil's image another time. We'll just go for it to see if this works. I might actually, well, if it works straight up, then I might nip over to my computer because it only take a second to program it. Oh, there's no, oh, that hasn't got a socket underneath it. It's just pin headers. I'm doing the easy stuff first. I could probably take it out the stand now. Right, that's the memory, the ROM, and the CPU in. Yeah, let's take it out of the stand. Get it on the bench. Make sure there's no pins. Oh yeah, I forgot to cut the RCA pins. There's only one long one. Gone. Gone. Hello Taz, how you doing, mate? Right. Oh my God. This Cubase conversation has been going on for about an hour. Phil says the ZX 650 can short and act as a resistor and show us working on the diode card. Ooh. Cathers, how you doing? You all right, mate? Cathers is Chris from the Cave, and he bought the book in the auctions, I believe. I'm pretty sure that's you. I have one of those issue 1 Spectrums you mentioned, Lee. I bought it not working, but all that was wrong was a missing TV modulator and speaker. Oh, lovely. Definitely jealous. I've got an issue 1.
What is that? It doesn't say 257 on it. That says, all right, that's a different chip. That's a 366. All right, so that doesn't go in there. These are going to be the same. Let's get these ones out. Just check. 245s, yeah. They're the only ones really on these boards with this many pins, so I can't really go wrong with these. Just, I will check though. 245. I don't like turn pins. 245, 245. Dual wipe dip sockets are not the best, but with chips, I don't like turn pins or machined. Oh, well, that's not 257. That's not what that is. That's a 574. So where's the 257 go then? Really? Oh no, it's a 574. 257 would be much smaller. Try not to rush this bit because I don't want to, and I think I have. I don't want to fold a leg under. Oh no, I haven't. Don't like to hear that, Taz. Unlucky, mate. It's a bad time of the year. I do understand. 541. There's one there. It's not a great time of the year for mental health, and if you lot out there, make sure that you keep an eye on your friends that suffer from the old black dog. 574. Do your bit. Just be an ear. That's all it takes. 253. That's in the same place. I love it when these are in the same place. I think what I'll do with this board, this Nuvo board, is I'll strip this X-Linux chip off here and buy a new or source a new later issue, because this is an issue 1. I think they're up to like issue 6 or something now. Where did I get this from? It's a 253. Must come from there. Yeah. $116. That goes in there. That's a 257. That one goes there. We're making progress. So that's all the top half done, apart from that one over there, which is a 366. I think that was this one here, 366. That one migrated quite a long way across the board. Couple more chips on there to go in, and this AY sound chip, which I'll leave off for now because I won't need it straight away. That is a 4040, which is that one. 12800, which is the next one. These are in sequence. It's good to hear, Patrick. I'm glad you've got people looking out for you. 74. Oh. ZX New. Julian says ZX Nuvo and ZX Max are the enhanced versions. Must have been an answer to a question. I like the idea of having a div MMC built in. That does appeal. 00. I shouldn't take one out and then stop. That's a rookie error. My back is starting to get sore though. It's 08. Adrian Bilby says, Ego, maybe we need to agree and disagree. This could go on forever. And I would win. Love that. 138. You two need to, get in a pub together and have a drink over it. That's the best sort of heated argument. That's not in straight. Why is that not gone in straight? It's better. Come out. 161. Ah, that one's gone in very wonky. No, didn't bend any legs. That's good. That's better. 332 or 322. But that's where it goes. 74. Said this bit would be tedious. 08. Uh, 38. Yep. What's the first game I should load on this? I think my go-to game is Arcadia, which is a 16k game on a 128k. Oh, look, I've put a lot of holes in my soldering iron lead there. A 128k machine running a 16k game. Which that also appeals to me. Start down in this corner. Ah, damn it. Might have bent some legs there. Nope. Sometimes they just don't quite go in right. U22. U12. Yeah, that's right. Can you start? I don't know how to do a poll. How do you do a poll? Can I do that? There's no
there's no tools in Treasure Island, is he? No, I can't see. I can't see any way to start a poll. Yes, no. Lee Smith's workshop has a good point. 70 people watching, but only 10 likes. What? Am I doing something wrong? Oh, 45 likes on my screen. But that's just over half. Yeah, when you hear it again and again, Mark. We need to get to mod your Amiga so it can encode YouTube specky videos. Spectrum 128k is better than the Amiga. Therefore, I win this one. God. Load of cartridge via. Oh. Interface 1. I haven't got an Interface 2 cartridge, but I've got an Interface 1 with micro drive. We could try that. On my screen, I'm on 53 likes. Smash that like button. I'll get in the hot tub. You'd like that, wouldn't you? 70 something. Oh no, that's a 74 goes in that one. I'm missing one. Yeah, that one's skipped one. There's an 004 there. Is that one of these? That's an 08 and a 257. Oh, there's the 04. Just swap places. Right, I'm going to have to pay attention here because some of these are in very different places. 00, that's that one. Can we boot out anyone who hasn't clicked that button yet? That's a bit drastic. 161. I can set it so that only subscribers can chat, which would be really mean. But I'm pretty sure all you lovely people have subscribed. I can't imagine you wouldn't. 74. It's getting closer. It's getting exciting. 138. Oh, this is different. 40, so I was skipping one. 55, yeah, they've just swapped them around. 11, yeah. 32, that one goes in there. Getting there. So Peter says to Mark, Lee, Polymat, and other YouTubers. Lee Thurston's not a YouTuber. Lee Smith's workshop is. Can you make a video where you explain at which activities are most beneficial? Likes, comments, live chat, etc. That's a good question. All of them, really. Hang on, that's a HC86. That goes in that one. It's good to get likes. The best thing you can do actually for a YouTuber is watch the video all the way to the end, because we have a thing. One of the most important things that we try to get people to do is retention, and that is making sure that they watch the video all the way to the end. And if you then watch something else off of the channel, that is a big old plus from YouTube, and they will then push your video out to more people.
But yeah, likes and subscribes are important, but they're not the be all and end all. They will help a video, but watching it all the way to the end in one go is king. Oh boy. Right, I'm going to plug it in with composite first. I don't trust my RGB cable. It's that one. And power supply. Oh. I'm nervous. Oh, that's tight. All right, it's getting 1.1 amps at 9 volts. Let's turn that to the right thing. I'll probably, yeah, that's not going to work, is it? Let's do that. There we go. Yeah, Greg, that Amiga 600 that I recent video, about a couple of months ago now, had really sharp things up. Really, everybody's waiting. Really sharp stuff sticking out the bottom of the motherboard, and it scratched the hell out of my workbench. But I will fix it. Right, you ready? Place your bets. Yes! Suck it! That's the diagnostic ROM, because that must be what the switches are set to. Oh, I've got no keyboard plugged in, so let's plug a keyboard in. Yes, come on, you beauty, and see if it works. Actually, run the run the diagnostics. It freaking works. Adrian would be proud. I see Adrian as the godfather of retro YouTube. It's blurry because it's composite. I will plug it into RGB in a sec. Thank you, everybody. So press 2 for 128k. Why is that not working? Our keyboard's not working. Why is the keyboard not working? Oh, don't tell me I put the connectors in the wrong way up again. No, they're in the right way. Yeah, that is just not working. Oh, that is a problem. Oh, it's testing it now. Maybe it did pick it up. Cheers, guys. Thanks, ZX Renew. Thanks, Chris, Patrick, Gat, Adrian. Keyboard is working. Thanks, Julian. It doesn't freaking work. Look, it's testing all. They're past all those banks. We've got. There are actually some games built into this ROM. I'm pretty sure it comes with some games on it. It's working. It's working. I just didn't give it enough time. Yeah, you're right.
impatient. This Harlequin is shit because it's not an Amiga. That doesn't make any sense at all. Yep. Right, so
game that I need to work out. Actually, let's do it randomly. Let's just switch one of the switches up. So I'm putting one into the on position. It's still the diagnostics. So let's try another one. Oh, it's still the diagnostics. Maybe he has actually just put just that on there. Oh, that would be a shame. Yeah, it's just the diagnostics. I'm going to have to go and burn a ROM. Turn that off. Wonder if the other ROM in the other kit is the same. One moment. Ooh. Let's swap this one on, just to, because I know that one of them's got games on it. I know that I got one and it had games on it as well as the diagnostics. Yeah, that's the right one. Didn't want to pop out a RAM chip and stick a ROM in there. Oh, sorry, not showing you what I'm doing. Camera. Right, so I've just grabbed I've got the one that I've got to build next. This kit, and I'll grab the ROM out of this one and try it in there. Put that in there. There it is. Maybe it was a one-off, or it might be that the one that Fergus gave me last time, he might have written some extra stuff to the ROM. You never know. Let's see what happens now. Why is that not changing? Come on, here we go. I don't think it's going to be. It's going to leave you in that corner for now. Yep. All right, I'll have to burn the ROM. Where's my Mini Pro? Oh, that's not it. That's over here. Right, I can't turn the camera around, so you'll just have to give me a second to nip over there, slip this in. My computer's up and running, so it won't take me too long. And I can see the chat from here as well, so I can talk to you. But you just won't be able to see me. Right. He goes, just kidding. Just seeing how Adrian would respond to you, he might agree quietly to himself. Adrian's a lovely man. Really enjoyed chatting with him. Why is this? Where's the program? Why has that not run? I'm running the XG Pro software and it's not actually. Try again. Not running. Let me just pull this out. Oh, we have a problem. A software problem. Oh no, it's TL866 Plus. 2 plus. I think it's a 2 plus, isn't it? Yeah. I might have to see if I can download the software on my on a PC, on my bench PC. Damn it. Did mean to get this done before tonight, so that I wouldn't be faffing around with this. Sorry about that. TL866 download. TL866 download, yes. No. Programmer applications software. And I won't plug that in yet. Right, what's going on? Check the switches are actually soldered. They are. I definitely did those. Yep. Oh, there's a big old solder splash there, though. Right next to one. Oh, no, that's not that. That's the switches. Yeah, they're soldered. I was trying not to mention a missed solder pin. Oh, God, that's such a slow download. It's only 6.8 megabytes. It's coming down on my 56k modem. Harlequin able to run software that the regular Spectrums cannot, e.g. like the next model. Yeah, because it can run ZX81 and I think it can do all sorts of things. Did I read that somewhere that it could do CPM or something? Or it does have AY. I haven't plugged the AY chip in yet. I'll do that later. Load Arcadia via the tape port. Yeah, I need a proper ROM on there first before I can do that. Right, that's downloaded. Set this up. Yes. Yes, I trust this Chinese software. Would you like to? Yes, install. Please don't tell me you want to restart. If you restart this computer now, I will scream. Where has it gone? Mini Pro. Mini Pro. It's running. It looks different to the one I use on my PC though, on my desktop. I will have to get the file on there. This is me being highly organised. It's only 10 o'clock. We're doing well actually. Now, where did I put that? Specky. New ROMs. Best Harlequin. This is one from Phil. Copy that on my network share. Paste. Oh, I don't like the way they've put Windows 11 paste now. Now I need to. What is an F? Two pairs of glasses so I can see the code. F4040B. F4040. B. No, there's no F4040B. Oh, damn it. Anyone know what this chip is that, in the I'm programming. It's all right, let's do it from the beginning. AM 2944040. Oh, it falls over. 29040. I'm just going to start my other PC because this will be a lot easier if this works. Because I know that that one finds it. This one's, I might have downloaded the wrong software here because it's not picking up this chip. Yeah, the right click menu, Rob, is, I've been 29F040, Phil says. So I think, pretty sure I did that. 29 F040. Oh, there it is. 29, dip 32, select. Let's see if I can read it off first. Yeah, this is different. Read from chip. Is it in the socket the right way and everything? Yep. Device unavailable. Right, other PC's restarted. This is thrilling streaming. TL866, yes. Come on, please run. It's running, but it's like it's minimized. Maximize. Ah, got it. Yes. All right. Right. Let's get this working. 29F040. 29F040. Dip 32. Select. And read. Read. Didn't read. And it is in the right end of the programmer. Do I need to turn off check ID? I don't think I do. It's an AM29F040, but the actual chip says B on it. Does that make a difference? Can I put a B on the end there? Yes. Tip 32. So, all right, excellent. So read that. ID error. Let's try it with check ID off. Pins detected. Reading the flash. Yeah, that's working. Yeah, ZX Diagnostics. Yeah, it's come up there. Right, load. Browse. We're getting there. There. EOS. Specky. New ROMs. Best Harlequin. Okay. Program. Programming flash. We're on our way. 20%. 50%.
And it's programmed, just verifying. Succeeded. Right. Something that I should have done hours ago. That's not switched on, is it? No. Done that. Plenty of times pulled chips out of machines that are still switched on. Oh, I bent a pin on that actually. I'll sort that out in a minute. Sorry chat, I will catch up with you in a sec, but let's get this actually rocking and rolling. I don't suppose you've got the pinouts handy, Phil. I did write them down somewhere. Right, let's switch that one there. What's this going to do? Whoa, what's that not doing anything? It's only drawing 1.45 amps. It's definitely in the socket, right? What have I done wrong? Try a different pin. That could be my capture. Turn that off and on again. Yeah. So we've got 128k. Don't know why that rebooted then. It doesn't like being touched. Ooh. Don't know why. Something a bit flaky going on here. I don't think this capture device likes this. So we switch over to the RGB, see if that works. Should have done that with the other ROM chip inserted. That way I think it is. And that is going to be OSSC. What is that one? See what happens. Yeah, there's something flaky over here. It's not working. Yeah, this. Well, the RGB is kind of working. I think it's this power socket. Oh, something's not happy. Well, it's kind of working. The test ROM's not going to help me. This is a power issue, or something's not quite making contact somewhere. Let's put it on.
Oh, it's not, it wasn't shorting out. No, it wasn't that. This is going to be probably, I've missed a pin somewhere. I'm just trying to find out where on the board it is. Feels like it's around here somewhere. That switch selector block is just doing the same thing with every setting. So the other ROM wasn't, it wasn't playing up. This is only giving me, so there is something to do with this block. All right. Whether there's a solder splash around there or something. I haven't washed this yet. There are solder splashes everywhere. Let's give this a wash. Lots of noise. Ah. Deoxit that socket. And not very easy to spot when you've missed a pin on these blackboards because they're all shiny. It's so shiny. There's so much solder coming off of this. I bet I had like a spidery bridge somewhere. God, it stinks. I need to get one of those bamboo toothbrushes. I can't remember who recommended it to me, but they are ideal for this kind of thing where you want something really stiff that's going to knock the solder splashes off the board. Lee, the capture device might not be seeing that first initial start-up black screen thing. I don't know if it does on the 128k actually. I'm just going to give that a quick dry with my compressed air. It's quite noisy. When you clean solder off of a black board and then dry it, it goes grey. I'm going to put this in a case. Just in case. Sorry you're in the small screen then, but no, it's not a solder bridge. Oh. ZX81 tape loader. Yes. So if I change that to that one. Petroleum Diagnostics. So my RGB cable is not working properly. Not sure why. It's working well enough. I'm going to move on to another one. ROM Arcade Game Designer. Look at that. That's the 128k. Oh, that's 128k as well. It's not doing the same thing again, is it? Oh, 48k. Gary, oh right, 128k plus 2E with some extra stuff, IDE and floppy interface stuff in there. What's this one? 986. More Amstrad PLC. Why is that one? Why is that one weird? I've done that one. All up. Let's see what. Oh, that one wasn't quite engaged. All right. Well, I suppose better load something. Let's just turn the camera over while I do that. So you can see my sweaty face. I've been wearing the head thing. Probably Reese. Yeah, probably was Reese. Someone mentioned you missed a pad on R12 earlier. What? Really? R12 is up there. Cheers, Rob. R12. No, it's up here. That one. No, it's soldered. It's so difficult to tell, but it is soldered. I'm going to give this a quick closer inspection. I haven't really looked at it properly yet. I missed 2 pins on chips on the last one I did. I've just seen one. It is a resistor leg that I've missed. So let's get that. Let's heat the iron up first. I'll show you. Let's zoom right in and see Lee's shoddy work. There's one there. They're all done. All right. Oh, still a load of solder splashes on this. You can see them so much more clearly when it's a black board. You wouldn't see these on a green board. And if this was like uncovered traces, then there would be all sorts of carnage. So yeah, I might go and buy a bamboo toothbrush tomorrow. Put it on my birthday list. It looks like I've got all of the legs on the chips, though. I don't see any of those missing solder. I'm trying to hold this as still as I can so that you can join in a bit. Maybe when I solder that pin, wherever it is, over here, the colour will come back. No, it's all looking good. I only missed one. I think that's all right. That's not a bad hit rate. how many hundreds of pins are on there. I'm giving myself a pat on the back for only messing up once. There we go. Right, do we think that's going to cure the... Come on, change over. The yellow colour. Yes, it did! Woohoo! That's marvellous. Oh, I'm really chuffed. I am dead chuffed. Right. Let's... how am I going to load a game? Let's do it with the Dandinator cartridge first. Because I know that's all probably going to work. Well, switched off. Ah, keyboard. That's not helpful. Simon Osborne, who's Flibbletown, I don't know if he's still in the chat, gave me this case. And it's been sitting there for ages waiting for a home. And this is going to be where this Harlequin's going to live, because it's got slots and stuff already cut out the back, so it doesn't matter if I cut stuff out of the back of this one. What's that? Why is that running? What? Oh, maybe we won't use the Dandinator. What about an interface 1 and a micro drive? Should we do it? I've got one. And I know it works. Not that one. Right, this micro drive works. It's, anybody think this is a bad idea? Mr. Resistor. Oh. Actually, I took this one apart. What's that? Oh, it's not going to go in there with that. Those screws in the way. Right, so let's make sure that that actually works. I might put it in 48k mode. Let's see. Well, that's not happy either. Can't remember what 48k was, so we're going to have to work our way through the... Oh, something is really not happy. Maybe it's not compatible. Mind you, it was doing the same with the Dandinator. I would have expected that to work. Something very, very screwy going on there. No, that's not working. Why is that not working? Is that still working on its own? Or have I messed something up? No, that's working. So let's find 48k mode. Oh, all right, there's still something wrong. Is it intermittent? Still something wrong. Ew. What did I do? Is it another solder splash? There are just so many of them. I might have knocked one into play, as it were. And this is quite a stiff toothbrush, but it's not getting. I'm looking at some solder splashes and brushing at them, but it's not moving them. So I'm hoping it's just like a loose one that I can just brush off. What have I done? You reckon another missed joint? It does feel like it, doesn't it? On, off. Ah, thanks, Phil. So, on, off. That should be 48k mode. Oh, that's 128. Maybe it's the other way around. No. So on, making sure that that is clicked. That's 128k. Oh, Retro Robbins, the interface one will work fine. I use it as a display, as I display my unit. Okay, that's good to know. Take it out, blow on the contacts, put it back in. Multicolored mode. Yeah, I've got on, off. Although my switch might be around the other way from yours. Let me just switch you to that one. And then Phil, oh, you can see I've got on, off. But my switch, if my switch is the other way around to yours, that would make it, that is off, isn't it? So that would be on. Maybe that. That might be 48k mode and it's just not working. That will be on, off. Yeah. Yeah, it could be a mis-solder joint. Yeah, the dip switch can go in either way around. I just followed the instructions, the orientation of the instructions. So, the switches have on at the edge. Yes. So, oh, sorry. So on, off. That's still doing 128k. Something ain't right. Well, I think I should probably go through this and reflow all the solder, methodically working, because I did it in quite a rush. There are quite a few bits that could be better, and there's quite a few bits that could be bridged, and I could be here for hours and we still might not get anywhere. So, but I think, look, we switched. Oh yeah, we got pretty close, everyone, and Where's my remote control gone? Come on, show my face. Yeah, we got pretty close. I'm not displeased with the progress. It's mostly working, and it's given me something to have a little play with. But it's troubleshooting like this that I don't really want to do on a live stream, because it won't be very exciting for you, because I'll be concentrating and I won't be able to talk. And you'll just be seeing like my bald patch on the camera most of the time. But I want to get that solder off. I feel like it needs a wire brush. There's loads of it. That's what you get when you solder in a hurry. But yeah, there could also be a missing. But look, I'll give it one more quick look over for a missing pin, and then what is that? Why is there no component in there? Oh, that's the reset. That one there. That's what another thing I should do, is just make sure that I haven't missed something. Absolutely disgusting amount of solder on this. It doesn't like coming off because it's just sticking to the flux. Wouldn't it be nice just to find one pin or one bridge? A nice obvious one. And go, so it's that one. That's the fairy story. I don't think we're going to get it today, though. Doesn't look like I missed anything else. Let me show you. If I turn me off. Then you can have a look too. I know it's not going to be quite so good on the stream, but someone might spot something. And you can always come back and have a look. Freeze frame for later. No, I can't see anything. I've been over it 3 times now. And when I did miss a pin, it was easily spotted. It was very, very obvious. It's going to be like a bridge to a via or something. Is that one there? No. Oh. Is that a misjoint on the left? Just. Oh, it's not my microphone off. I have to clip that on now because my. Oh no, it's fine. Excuse me. Right, so is that misjoint on the left? Just about middle near a largest hole, bottom of 2 pins. Left, just about middle near a largish hole. So there's 2 there. That's just a jumper position that I don't need. Or I think that's where the reset goes. There's 2 holes there that aren't that are not required. They're for the joystick interface and not needed. Above the RAM, below the ROM. Missed pin, resistor pack, middle of the board, above the RAM, below the ROM. So that is resistor pack, above the RAM, below the ROM. What, here? No, they're all there. They're not the best solder joints, but they are all there. And they're all making good contact. To the right of the left at your next right. Hello, Jonathan. Yeah, finished building. It's kind of working, but it has got some problems. Got it booted up, but I can't load anything on it. It's a bit crashy. Oof. Solder mask is doing a lot of heavy lifting here, stopping these solder splashes from being bridges. Can't believe how bad they are. That was flux. No, I'll give it. I've poked around it a bit, unless someone see it. Lead check jumpers J17 and 18 are in the correct position, or the ROM won't work correctly. Let me have a look. 17 and 18. There's 18. They're in top position. I'm pretty sure 17 is in the top position as well. I seem to remember. If I can't even remember where it is. 17, 11, 10. Where the hell is it? 16, 17 is over there. So they're both in the top positions. Let me check the instructions. Right. Oh no, I have to go over here. Yes, 17 or 8 and 18 are supposed to be in the top 2 positions, and they are both. Possibly another difficult to tell under the big RGB grouped row 620 top row 3rd pin. Can't tell if it's a shadow. No, it looks all good around there. It could be a dodgy ROM, but I'll put the other one in. Actually, I'll put the other one in because it's got different stuff on it, and see if that now works. Make sure we are switched off. Make sure I don't put it in a RAM socket. Yeah, R60 is not required. Oh, this is the one with the bent pin. Oh, let's turn me back on. folded a pin over. Make sure there wasn't one folded over on that one. No, I'll tell you what, the legs on this ROM out of this, the one that we've been testing with, are pretty crusty. They are really very corroded. Could be that. These ones are much shinier. Where's the bent one? Yeah, they're much nicer looking. That's a bit better. Let's run the diagnostics again. Two.
Yeah, sleep would help, Adrian. J18 should be in the lower position. And reading third note. Yep. You corrected yourself. Well done. U54. What? Why nothing in that socket with a smaller chopper? That's the AY sound chip. Doesn't need to be in there. Who called for Doxit earlier? Yeah.
Could be. Could be. Let's clean the pins on this chip while that's testing. I might put this back in a minute. Oh yeah, they're cleaning up instantly. So these have probably been sitting in these packaging for a while, and you know, or wherever they've been stored, they might not have been in the driest conditions. But that is a very crusty chip, and who knows what the life this had previously. This old EEPROM. Right, so that's all working. Let's try switching one of these switches. Ooh, that's pretty. Diagnostics again. Yeah, I'm not convinced that ROM's not got just that on it. Right, I'll put this one back in. It's off. I'll do this and then we're going to call it a night. If this works, then I'll play a game. Oh God, why won't that come out? Yeah, the legs are much better. They could probably do with another pass over, but I'd expect this to work at least now. Well, that's a start. So what was it? On, off. It's still 128k. Oh, right. We're back to everything being the same thing again. There's something wrong on this. There's definitely something wrong. I'm flipping switches. It seems stable, but it's just the same ROM. The selector's not working. Just checking 17 and 18 are actually installed correctly. And they are. How bizarre. It's just tried. Phil's just tried his Harlequin. It only selects 48k ROMs with J18 in the lower position. So let's actually try that. Which one's 18? It's this one over here. Still the same. I'd probably connect up the actually it's going to be difficult to probe that switch. Let's try switching. That's a good point. Let's just actually see if that switch is actually working. It could just be a faulty switch. Right, sorry for beeping at you now. So the top two connections are closed. Let's flip that switch. And now they're open. The next ones are closed. And now they're open. Next one is closed. Oh, the next one is closed. Now it's open. So the switch is working fine. Not the switch. Oh. Will the dandinator working in it now as it is? Let's see if it actually starts up still. Yeah, it doesn't like that. Huh. Now there is a chance. Let me just turn my camera back on. Yeah, there is a chance that this is all entirely my fault, because when I put, I don't want to leave that on the keyboard. When I put this board together, when I put all the chips in this board and tested it, it didn't work. And then I realized that one of the chips, and I can't remember which one it was the wrong way around. I put it in upside down. So it's possible that I've damaged one of the, I know it's in this area somewhere down here. It's possible I've damaged one of those. So I've got the other kit here. I can actually just swap them out one at a time and to test it to make sure that that isn't the case. Yeah, I know. We're all newbies. I was tired and I shouldn't really have carried on working. It was really late and I was just like, oh, I know what I'll do. I'll start putting all those chips in the board. And about an hour later, I'm still poking away at it and then realised that I'd made a big mistake. There is one in the H128 that is backwards as compared to the rest. Don't remember which. Yeah. So the AY sound chip is the one that is oriented the wrong way around, but all of the other chips are pointing north. The other possibility is one of the legs is bent somewhere. As I did it to the ROM and I didn't even realize until I took it out, so it could be a leg folded underneath that's not making great contact, and they're really difficult to spot from the top side. And there's a few of these chips are quite crusty as well. Right, 11. You horrible people keeping me up all this late at night. I think I'm chalking that up as a partial win. We almost got there. And my RGB cable worked. I made that myself out of these horrible things. Come on, focus. It doesn't want to focus. Yeah, I know, James. I could test them all with the TL866, but I would have to take them out, take each one over to the workbench, type in its thing, and the TL866 is not a reliable tester for logic. So the better way would be to actually take each chip out of here, and swap it with the known good one from the kit, and then see if it works. But yeah, it is a good point. I'm in the same time zone as you. Is it 10:55? What did I say? Oh, I can't read my watch right. Bad resistor pack that pulls up the ROM address lines. Could be. I could test that, but I'll do that later. It's nearly 11 o'clock. That's late. That's late enough. I just got my go to bed warning as well. Daily briefing came up on my watch. Check voltages on pin 1, 2, and 30 of the ROM, says Sisman. Okay. Thank you, Andrew. Might not have made the 100% win, but look at what you did. The large kit of parts is an almost functional machine. It will be a functional machine. Yeah, I know, that's Grumpy Toffee. That's what's freaking me out. It was switching between ROMs earlier, and it's flaky doing that. Still feel like that ROM socket is, that ROM is not behaving as it should. Cheers, Ross. Thank you for that. This is putting the fun into more fun making it. Yeah, Rob, that's the thing. How many times do you do these things, and when you're doing a fix and you run into a brick wall and you're tired and you just make more mistakes and make it worse? How many times do you regret not just going to bed, getting up the next day because you sleep on it and your brain just finds the answer overnight, and then the next day you just go, oh yeah, it's that, and fix it? It happens all the time. Good night, Seisman. Thank you, Adrian. Thank you, Jonathan. If it just worked, that would be easy, but dull. True. Cheers, Mark. The answer will come later. Yeah. Thank you, ZX Renew. Thank you, Greg. Thank you, Andrew. Don't like coffee. I'm going to scrub the hell out of this thing, though. Oh, yeah, that reminds me before you go. I'm intending to do a live streaming a bit more regularly. I was talking on my Discord about maybe doing it weekly. I don't think I can do that, and the main reason I've said that, I might actually do a live stream next Friday, maybe. It depends how things go. Might be a bit more short notice, but I will be doing like some repairs. So Mark from the Retro channel has also been doing some repairs, and I want to get in on that action. No, the main reason is I've got so many repairs to do, and they're all simple ones. I've got, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 Commodore 64s over there that need repair, and they're not all going to make videos. They're all, if I put out 8 Commodore 64 repair videos where it was basically me opening up a bread bin and saying PLA's broken, it's pretty dull. And no one really wants to watch that. So I'm doing it on a live stream where I get to chat to you lot and have a bit of fun, and you can help me as well. It sounds like a much better idea. And so if you're in the Southern Hemisphere, watch Mark do his. And if you're up this end of the woods, this neck of the woods, then watch me do mine. and then watch them on playback afterwards as well. Thanks everybody. Cheers Gap. Cheers Peter. Thank you Ego Shredder for keeping the chat busy. Good night all. Night Lee. I'll talk to you soon. Night James. Devilish Design. You lovely man. Yeah, it won't take long. I only have 2 C64s left, but there's plenty of Super Nintendos to look at. Make a live stream channel. Apparently YouTube. No, it doesn't matter. I don't care about that. I did a live stream for the charity thing for 12 hours, and my channel after that went sky high. So I'm not convinced that that's a problem, and it's not like I'm putting out regular videos at the moment anyway. But I still will be. I'm going to be making some more rounded videos. I'll be putting a bit more effort into the videos. PLA breakage is why I'm subscribed. Universal Retro Boss. No, there probably are. No, you're right. There are more than 8. Paul's here, everybody. These are his computers. There's a special box that's got the silver label and I think a C64C in it. So there's probably 10. Plus, I don't know. Can you see? These are all Spectrums. I've been poking around some of these today, Paul, and there's some bad news on one of the issue 2s. The ULA just died on it. One of the ones that was a boomerang one that came back. But we'll talk about that later. Sure you'll get it working. Good night, everybody. Night, Chris. Night, My Retro Tech. Night, Jonathan. And good night, Phil. Thanks for your help. Oh, looking at the ROM and the switch positions are all different from what I sent. I'll email you the correct positions later. Okay, mate. Thank you, Grumpy Toffee. Thanks for an enjoyable stream too. While away, the Christmas New Year limbo. Look forward to an update when you know that. Fine. What I'll do is I'll put, like I did today, I did a little update video. It's really easy for me to do that because I record it in the same way as I do these live streams. I will do a little update video on my second channel if I get it working, just for you guys. Thank you, everybody. I'm going to bed now. Good night.